You weren't supposed to see that yet. Gonna adjust things around. I think I like that format. And we are here with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I think I got everything. Let's see, I could do a normal recap, but I think I will do something a little unique.
The kid in our class got his lunch.
On the last episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, we did not finish case 4. It's a little long, but we're on the last day. Because if we don't beat it today, Miles Edgeworth goes to jail by default, which is very cool. Try something. So we'll just speed run everything the last time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
All over your face. I tell you, most Southerners are way more sophisticated than you.
So we got a lotta.
Yeah, that doesn't show on stream. Please help us.
Met old fuck.
Oh, water. Oh.
In 3 minutes I will shoot everyone.
Met Larry again.
Well, Nick? Well, Nick? That was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. Just minutes. Anything else has no place. You should already be ashamed.
And there we are. That's all. Everything we needed to know. Totally didn't get tased in an evidence room by Von Karma. Definitely not. Whoa, what is that doing there? Gonna remove that. But yeah, I think where we left off, not only did we learn that Von Karma wrote to the old guy, hey, I need you to kill this man and frame my student and basically son. Because I think Von Karma takes Edgeworth in and assumes a fatherly role after his birth father dies. But we'll get into the theories a little bit later. Because there's a very interesting one that happens after this case. Does it show my cursor anymore? It doesn't look like it does. So we're on the final day. Von Karma took all our evidence, tased both me and Maya, and we are going to kill him in court. No problemo. Anything else I'm forgetting? Let's see. We met Missile the dog. Got a fish hook. I got my tea. And if I saw correctly, yes, we got 2 viewers. 2 viewers. Oh yeah. That is pretty crazy. Alright. I shall now begin the final day of Turnabout Goodbyes, the trial section. December 28th. 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
Cool. That is not how glass works, but I'm glad that it did in that circumstance.
Anywho, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya? Maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right. Good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Whoa, Bill! What's going into that girl?
About 50,000 volts. Detective Gumshoe!
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning. How did it go, Detective? This is this is the start of the superhero story of, Static Shock. Maya just needs to transition first. How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, Bill.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Oh, my feet hurt. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
And became black. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it in court. December 28th, 3 days after Christmas. It means it's not Christmas.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submits a decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. That's what I'm doing. It's on my mouse pad. Or trackpad.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statements?
Right. Thanks to the Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the motor rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this.
Aha, that's a good spot.
I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the courts, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the accident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
Why I left the court. I say that boy is as sharp as a bowling ball. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday just like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to go buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. And I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Why did you leave court? Oh, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. You think I could forgive you? I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were a danger.
No. No, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. That's the plot twist. He could walk the whole time. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Oh, I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She like rolls into a ball, and she's got a back made out of rocks. You mean a Goron. And she eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. I only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Oh, well. I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. I totally believe that. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Now, how could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having. Von Karma knew I was up to something and killed my microphone. I would say that's true, but we're getting to a point where there will be more characters that are more competent. Maybe you're lying about not having a memory. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court's proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cougar's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please, continue.
I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you have no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing over and over again. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. Adjusting things real quick. Maybe. I learned this trick for soundproofing. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. However, both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
His name is Gregory Edgeworth. His name is Gregory Edgeworth.
Mr. Wright? All of us here remember what Gregory Edgeworth looked like. He looks nothing like this. Believe me.
Wow, that's pretty harsh, Your Honor.
I'm going to have to penalize you for your wild claim. Now, let me ask you again. What is the witness's name?
Oh, thank you. We're going to, gonna time you out. His name is fucking Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
No. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man is a witness. Is he a Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the courts? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How do you prove that he's yet a Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints.
You need proof, Mr. Wright.
Do you have proof?
No, but I don't need it.
Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That does make sense.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints? Oh, you see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Oh, yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your paths.
If the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity, because dental records do not exist in this time frame yet.
No.
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
You see, these are dentures. Take his DNA. I had all my blood replaced. I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do now? Use, like, computer facial recognition. Actually, my facial recognition, is a QR code that breaks every machine I look into.
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief,
Yeah. Very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrots.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to.
Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you ask? This is a farce, I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. He even stole my paper that described the crime. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrots. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ahem. Brave old witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Who is your owner?
Hello, hello, what?
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Hello, hello.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Have we forgotten something? As I recall 2 days ago...
Polly, have we forgotten something? Huh? Don't forget DL6, huh?
If I can get Polly to say that here, I will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, what? That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something, we forgot. Hello, what? Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something's the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Mr. Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we've forgotten something? I personally love the image of Von Karma just going to the parrot's place and be like,
You better not screw this up for us.
Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrots.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello.
Witness, you can't just say hello. Maya, talk to her. Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly, what?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Of course it does, Your Honor. Yes, it does.
Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen. Yes. We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is the Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is... So it would have to do with DL6. Misty Faye... Oh, the case file.
Ooh.
I forgot about that last paragraph.
Where is my cellular device?
There it is.
So yeah, that's the evidence.
The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file? This is the information connected to this parrot's name.
Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Did you say that? Yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. Give me a second. I don't remember it bringing it up anymore, but just in case. I'm gonna like type out content warning into the title. Okay. So that's why he named the parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog that she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right. But what?
Very well, witness. You may. Very well, witness. You may continue.
Hello, hello.
Polly. Maya. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parent. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker?
Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Huh. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's this file again.
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright. Where in this file is something relating to the safe number?
Oh, absolutely, especially because this is going on YouTube afterwards. However, there is always Discord, which I will check after the stream. Anyways, it's the case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary.
Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the DL6 incident? December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
The number on that page is safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. That certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set secret numbers to dates.
But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the dates. Nothing.
Your Honor, I'd like to request a recess. I have to go make some purchases.
I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence. That's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me.
Oh, yes, he did.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker to the boat shop. Of the boat shop. Immediately.
I have doxed myself to own the liberals.
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness he doesn't remember.
No? It's okay.
I have accomplished.
Oops.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, you look totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. Been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. Hey, boo-boo. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi! So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years ago, later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma? Where's Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'd like to say that I just beat Von Karma.
I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant is Miles Edgeworth is.
Innocence. Oh, in this case at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Not? guilty. Oh yeah.
That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I object to your judgments.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yana Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them that he was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was what?
He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad.
He did what?
Uh-oh. What do I do? The judgment has already passed. I object to Edward's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness had raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That'd be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yana Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shots, it wasn't suicide either.
Not normally. Unfortunately, this is Phoenix Wright. You could be a newborn baby, and if they think you did it, you're going to jail. Unless your lawyer is Phoenix Wright.
Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incidents, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me.
I'm going to jail.
Order! Order! This is utterly unexpected.
Yes, it's in a later game, but a child is put on the stand and is the suspect, and if you fail, they go to prison. I would say it's weird because that game that case is in is actually my second favorite game in the series. Maybe even third now that the Great Ace Attorney has been translated.
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime.
So, this still means I beat Von Karma for that.
No, it doesn't. I'm still undefeated.
A crime for which the statute of limitations ends today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
But it's obvious. We have the trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I need 5 or 6 drinks. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your efforts.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, Bill? You just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
Now then, I would like to. Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge.
Unfortunately, no. The way this works is if they don't finish this today, the statute of limitation ends. Which fucking sucks.
Maz Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through so pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the deal 6 incidents runs out today.
If he had not just confessed, yes. Because the way this court system is, you're guilty until proven innocent. Which is cool.
So it's unconventional for me. I like to run this one by the book.
Thank fuck.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
Yes, Your Honor. He just admitted he doesn't do anything by the book. I'd like a penalty on his record.
I'm going to shoot you.
Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth please take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the courts.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please.
That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright?
Oh,
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Von Karma, those are my lines.
yes, Your Honor.
That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials.
What's a courtroom?
Right.
What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I'm glad you asked. I don't remember things very clearly, but, in my spin-off game, I will... in my spin-off game, I will, know what that case is. Only two things. I know my father lost,
and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth's... Your Honor. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Mr. Von Karma's evidence.
As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
So there was 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator.
Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue.
What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... just then, something heavy fell at my feet.
What was it?
A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. Safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream.
The gun fired once?
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream.
The scream.
It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I'd better find out quick. And I actually am gonna cross-examine that instead of skipping it. To this day.
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There we are. There it is. Okay, so this evidence doesn't matter anymore. Rhyme does that. Murder weapon was fired twice. Oh. Are you sure you heard only one gunshot?
Yes, I'm quite sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. You are now blind. Look at this file that I have in my hands. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging that file out, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
I'm glad you asked. Look at the victim data in this file. It says, quite plainly, do it for the vine. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof the other shot had something to do with the case?
No. Ugh, I didn't think of that. I don't have proof.
As I expected. Given that all this happened 15 years ago, it's doubtful any proof remains.
Nick, take a look at this. The court record. Look, doesn't this make you think? Whoa, she's right. That is strange. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. You have evidence that the second firing of this pistol is related to this incident?
Yes, Your Honor. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it, it makes me laugh. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. The contradiction is that he's dead. It's here, I think.
You mean the victim? Gregory Edgeworth? Gregory Edgeworth was shot once, and he died, as we can see. What's strange about that?
Maybe I need to be more specific here.
Once more, please.
Oh. Oh yes, the judge is, he's got the big dumb. That should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, the bullet penetrated him. Someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Order!
I gotta go grab my laundry real quick.
And I'm back. That's a good question. We are going to ignore that question, however, and pretend that, I was about to say the elevator was OSHA violating and, my mic cut out, so that's, the courtroom does not want me to know they are not following OSHA. And absolutely, considering Von Karma is a prosecutor and they make so much more money than the lawyers in this universe, they made some expensive purchases.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. All we have to do is not only know Von Karma's PIN, but also his ATM number and the 3 numbers on the back, and we'll have all the answers we need. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we agree that the second shot was fired by somebody else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a call. I lost how much money?
Case summary, that's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. The pistol had indeed been fired 2 times. Then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet has claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So because we found no second bullet, we're going to pretend the hole was just there. So all we have is the second bullet fired. I'm afraid I will have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Yeah. How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person. Someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trials so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes. I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
Been here before. Just like my first day in court. So many things I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
I have an objection.
Your Honor, I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, hmm?
Nick.
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Ugh. It must exist. The second bullet. Huh? What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems the waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Your Honor. Wait, Your Honor. His case is made out of Swiss cheese.
Hmm?
The second bullet, it existed.
What? What we've just heard prove that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just that someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer. Then tell us, who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, who would they have found it? How would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet?
Why would they need this? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah, the murderer had no reason to take such bullets. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? You're being too normal. You need to go crazy. Go fucking insane.
The bullets hit the murderer.
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking out of my ass, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yada Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murder came from outside, yes. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick! Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow!
I say, it must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yet an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma! Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
The what?
Von Karma.
My name is Grossberg, but please, everyone just calls me Gross.
Von Karma?
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
Bah.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. You pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incidents? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at Mr. Wright's? Bring the doctors that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
That's no use. He would have killed the doctor too. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. You have anything to comment about that, Slick? Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove I was shot?
Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know you like it so much. Now, what I did there, I skipped a Deus Ex Machina, where Mia gives you the answer. The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Do you have any clue what bullets are made out of? And a tool that Gumshoe gave us that we haven't given back yet. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. Yes. That's it. That's what I'm referring to.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's only one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse!
You refuse? What's refusing this means? You acknowledge that there's a bullet still inside of you. Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
Statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there's a bullet in my shoulder, and indeed, I have been squeezing my arm this whole trial. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that a bullet in Miss Von Karma's shoulder was from deal 6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any evidence from deal 6, do you?
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incidents. And here's my final proof. Opinion of both. It's Paulie, Your Honor. File of DL6 incidents. Photograph of scene of murder. Still bears ballistic markings.
That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incidents. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from the gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had to be fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then, we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my hair. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my hair. Get away. Get away from my father. It's that scream I've heard in the elevator. He's going fucking Super Saiyan. 15 years ago, Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma?
Only you have dared defy me.
So it was you.
You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my records. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make an error. This kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered it for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. It must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime.
Wouldn't happen if he was a better lawyer. Agreed.
Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charades. Now, end it!
Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
I demand you declare Edgeworth did it!
But you just confessed. I don't care. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Why are you still there? Get Von Karma out of here and into jail.
That is all. The court is now adjourned.
So are we gonna arrest Von Karma?
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Whoop! Amazing, Bill. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, Bill. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Oh, yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Him.
Whoop.
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edward this unguarded.
Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
A whoop. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long. Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Should have seen that coming.
Yo, Edgy. Oh, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Alright, bots, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Gumshoe. You can't afford this.
Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's a suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
You're going to prison, Larry. Edgy the Hedgy. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave to me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. It's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No! No! Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, all right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway, as anyone normally does. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, you remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is a surprise of a turn of events, huh?
Edgeworth. You should have told me.
No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of imitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There, you have it.
Ugh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. I took the bar exam. Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you'll get worked up too easily, too.
Death! Death sentence for both of you! And if only I'd known, I would have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. Sounds like a real skittle issue, right? I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch rights?
Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time. Let's go.
And after all that, dinner's on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m., Wright & Co. law offices. Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? Still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this, a letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So, I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first train for the mountain has already left. To the station!
No, 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 no.
I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. Oh, one of the spin-off games, which I really like, by the way, you actually do play as a prosecutor. We'll get to that in chronological order. It was the very end when I thought we lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Now, you can actually get this wrong. Every time a game these games have a segment at the end where you can present evidence like, oh, here, have this. This is evidence that you were cool. You can present the wrong one.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm gonna complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it. See you soon,
See you soon, Maya.
Mr. Electric, send Von Karma to hell. Thanks, Nick.
Didn't realize that would go by itself. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page as Phoenix Wright, ace prosecutor, and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters.
Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim.
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. That is the end of Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. I'll try not to talk too much during the credits, though.
Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop! Detective Gumshoe!
Then he hung his head low and went right back to outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
So this is actually auto-scrolling.
Oh, Nick? Oh, nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you called a cheap date, huh? She's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
No. Larry will never get a clue.
Oh, Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel lately. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, me as understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ahem. The days of my youth, like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see. My friends call me gross.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're finally putting hammers on movies out on DVD and things now? And I know what a DVD is, and I just use 3 everything these days, and anyway, how?
Like, Nick, have you heard of OnlyFans?
I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
I know that friend. Yes, Penny!
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under the waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
Penny Nichols. That is her name.
Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But you should know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog! I was kind of shocked for a boy of my tender age. Oh, yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Yeehaw.
There's the ghost. Mia. That is the end of Phoenix Wright. If there wasn't a 5th case. Now, I'll give some context for this case. In the original game for the Game Boy, that's where the game ended. However, this game got remastered and was put in a trilogy pack
where you could play all 3 games at the same time. And for that, they added one more case. Yes, this was a Game Boy game. This original game came out in 2001. And I believe in 2005, they made the first trilogy for the Game Boy. I think it was the Game Boy Advance. Now, for context for this case, there we are. So for context, this case not only came out in a trilogy pack for the Game Boy Advance, it also, if I remember correctly, is the last of the 3-day trials. Every other case after this is at most 2 trials. This is also the second longest case in the series. So, if I play this, there's a good chance I will not even get to the trial. I'm just gonna take a small break though. I'll still be here, but I'll be checking my Discord messages for, I'd say, 5 minutes.
Testing. Ooh. Circumstances changed. I will be showing the intro to the case, and then I gotta go. This case breaks the, let's call, tradition of cases being called like Turnabout something. Welcome to Rise to the Ashes. No, Rise of the Ashes. Or Rise from the Ashes. And that will be a cliffhanger. Yeah, rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Oh. I guess because, now that, he's no longer here, I'm unfortunately gonna remove that. But yes, that was the original ending of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. But not the end of the HD collection. From this point on, that is the last time we will see Von Karma as a prosecutor. Which is good, because he was not. Though he did earn his spot on my little collection here, this one, where I get to play around with him like a little doll. Now, I guess since I'm doing this next time, I might actually get to the trial next time. I don't expect to. It is still the second longest case in the series. It is unfortunately not the last time we will hear of Von Karma, though. I will ease your worries, though. He survived in prison for 1 day. Thumbs up. Yeah, he's dead at this point. Like, by the time this case has started, he is already dead. Rest in peace. So I will see y'all next time on Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney.
Oh, bye-bye!